of the month.
So I don't blow an eardrum. But, so I hear you.
Yeah, I hear you. We're fucking finally there. Steven's walking back to his house right now. We should be good to go.
Wait, what?
We live in a duplex. He lives on one side, I live on the other.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Fucking brothers just next door to each other.
Yeah, well, that's kind of I lived in this house. It was nice. It was just, had this old landlord that didn't really fix anything, and the house was old, and then they lived in these new duplexes, so what was happening was they lived on one side, and the other side was the leasing office. And so I was like, well, fuck, that's perfect. It's nice, cheap. I don't think we'll get any noise complaints because of the drums, because it's a leasing office, and my brother. So that's why we're here. And but then they recently rented it out. They took the leasing office out, and there's a family living next door, and they live incredibly close to me, but they don't seem to mind at all.
Well, that's good. I'm in the same boat though. We recently moved out of an apartment, and we're super excited to get this house in the country. And our excitement overwhelmed our decision-making skills. And this house is literally shifting, you can see it tilting, sort of, and it's bad. And our landlady lives right down the road, and we see she has all these goats and a new 4-wheeler and all this new stuff, and they won't even come fix this leak we've had for 8 months. I'm like, well, you're welcome for that. Yeah.
Oh, there's no customer.
Wait, what's up?
I was like, is there no cussing? What kind of language rating are you?
Hey,
as long as you don't say the N word or the R word. I mean,
I can't promise.
The F word is questionable, and you take that as you will.
Does Steven sound all robotic-y to you too, Steven? My brother? Does my brother sound staticky, or is that just...
If he does, it's probably because he spells his name incorrectly. Because Steven is with a PH, but whatever. Say something, Steven?
It took a while for me to learn how to read and write. That.
He doesn't sound like a robot to me.
He doesn't sound all weird?
No, it means that your connection is weaker. So you're having some lag if I'm sounding robot.
If anything, just hook onto his Wi-Fi and lean up really close to the wall so you can just steal his.
All right, cool. Well, how many people are on this right now?
It's just us. All the chat stuff is from back when I did my original podcast, Food Slinging Trash Talking Nerds, where I interviewed bands and all that. And the one time I interviewed your band, it sounded like a good idea on paper and in my head, having 3 different bands, 8 people, all talking at once.
Yeah,
I recorded
absolutely.
it in March, and then it was just a clusterfuck.
Yeah, that is kind of tricky.
And I'm pretty sure who is it? It wasn't Tony. Who was there?
This is Max and Tony, I thought.
Yeah, it was Max. I'm pretty sure maybe it's just my self-esteem or lack thereof, but I feel like he was making fun of me the whole time. I don't know.
I don't know, man. I couldn't imagine it.
He's got Tony's pretty.
I'm gonna say it's your low self-esteem, bro. I don't see Max, or at least not giving out that vibe. He's one of the most reserved people I've ever met. I don't know.
He's one of those guys that I can just listen to this dude talk, and I'm like, dude, you literally just got done hitting the bong.
Yeah, and he did it. That's just him.
Yeah, it was a good time. They were talking too much about Trivium, though. I don't dislike the band, but they
I do.
I said, hang on, guys, I got to go take care of my cats or go take a piss or something. And then they were like, well, anyways, let's get down to brass tacks, and sat there and talked about Trivium for almost an hour. I'm like, okay, y'all lost me.
That's what Demon Titans is known for. Bing.
I'm trying to remember. It was Max, Tony, Zach Knight from Grit. I always want to say Gridiron, but it's Gridiron, and then Juan from Gods Have Failed.
Oh yeah, I saw 2 of those bands last night.
Yeah, how
They were
was
so
that?
good. It was amazing. It was so good.
I seen videos of the Gods Have Failed playing and of Zach in the crowd shredding, which that was amazing. That solo was
Yeah.
giving me goosebumps listening. Both of y'all have released bangers this year, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, I was really kind of intimidated to release our album after Gridiron released such an awesome album, right? Like the first day of the year or something, right?
Yeah. I was supposed to be getting with them to do a band interview because Kiefer wants me to do like a Heavy Noises, his like promotion company podcast. But
Yeah.
with me working what I do, like 50 to 70 hours a week, it's hard to get with bands and schedule.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of a nightmare there. It's like, golly.
But
When
I
you
miss.
sleep.
Yeah.
Oh, I get plenty of
Gotta
sleep,
have-
dude. My job is so easy, man. I mean, it sucks being outside and I leave before the sun comes up and don't get off until after the sun goes down. But other than being in the wind and the cold and heat or whatever, I get paid twice as much as fast food employees and probably work half as hard.
Well, there you go.
Well, I was going
What do
to say,
you-
how do you get your... Because most people get 12 hours, right? That's not the...
Yeah, well, if it wasn't like, I don't know if it's daylight savings or not daylight savings right now, but the sun is going down early. If it was going down later, we'd be getting 12 hours. It-
Late 12 hours.
Oh yeah, yeah, and it's very fulfilling work, man. Like I think I've told John I do solar farms, and this
That is...
That's really cool. Actually, I mentioned it, man, but I forgot.
this is my second farm. Is 2,000 acres worth of solar panels, like 1 million panels being built, and going from just empty farmland or whatever to it's literally like it looks like a lake from far away of just
Golly.
panels. Like it's crazy to see, man, and
So,
it's really fulfilling work. Like
it is. Like, it's
Cool, man.
the next stage of electricity. That's going to be what... I mean, I'm super... I wish we weren't renting, because I would want solar panels, because these electric bills are insane, and LP&L is just raking us over coal.
that's the one
they're
thing I
fucked.
don't
They're
miss
fucked
about
up.
Lubbock, LP&L. They've
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
monopolized it.
I've been so lucky recently, and they haven't fucked us. But I've always heard horror stories of how they just fuck people. And it's like, there's no way. There's no way. And boom, the past 4 or 5 months, we've been fucked. Like, it's ridiculous. I've always had a reasonable light bill, reasonable water bill. And then now the past 4 months, it's like, okay, I'm not using 3 times as much as I've ever used. You know what I'm saying?
Well, do y'all have
Like-
central, like heating and air?
Yeah, yeah.
Lucky, I miss that. We don't, and so the past 2 months, I think, the first month I was like, okay, I believe it because it's been cold. You know, it snowed a couple of times, and yeah, we are going to use our electric heaters a lot. $400, that's a lot, man. And the second month, we're like, wait a minute, we cut down, made sure everything was turned off, whatever, and told our landlord because she gets the electric bill and we just give her the money, and we're like, okay, this can't be right. She's like, well, mine's $500, and we're like, you just accept that? Like,
Yeah.
this is crazy.
You don't fight it.
Yeah, that's too much, man. Like, I 400 once when it snowed, I can deal with, but twice in a row, nah, man, you got me.
Well, my main thing is,
Battle morale is very high.
I'm not an electrician or anything, but I'll tell you right now, in the summer, the AC is on The AC is on substantially more than the heater ever is during the winter, and our bills have never looked like that. I know it's not a direct comparison. One probably uses more energy than the other, but at the same time, I mean, we're not talking it's a little more. We're talking it's more than twice as much as what it normally is.
Oh yeah, it's ridiculous.
So I mean, there's just no way. I was like, yeah, we ran the heater quite a bit, but we didn't run the heater a fraction of what we normally run the AC during the summer. And just 6 months ago, it was just fucking, you know.
I don't even care if my reason's wiped out. She needs to somewhere. She'll need to get some blankets, but we're not going to be paying the bill. It's ridiculous.
But dude, when I lived in Lubbock, I lived over there. Y'all know where the Craft House Gastropub is?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude. I used to live on Indiana and 26.
Yeah,
which is just right around the corner.
I was literally catty corner from the gastropub while I was working there.
Oh, hell yeah.
I had this little one-bedroom duplex. Yeah, I worked there. Of course I ate there, man. It's delicious,
Well,
dude.
I worked at McDonald's, but
I like... What is that egg thing y'all put on bread? It's like a... What is it called? It's an egg, and it's... Yeah, it's
like
a
a
piece
sunny
of bread.
side up egg?
Yeah, and it's on top of a bread. And it's really good.
Yeah. Well, they do brunch there. It's been like 5 years, 6 years since I've worked there. But dude, what I thought was so cool about that place is they what? Oh, sorry, my wife just walked in. But they would change the menu every 3 months for like season change. So like, you know, fall they do some different stuff. And they make everything in-house. From the ketchup to the bread to like one menu change. They had a fried bologna sandwich. They made their own bologna, dude.
Okay,
I wonder how you do that. That's pretty crazy.
That is cool.
Yeah, it's a really good restaurant, and my good buddy was the chef there, David Gooch. I don't know if y'all know Justin Garza. He's a guitarist.
Oh, I know Goose.
Yeah.
Oh, you know David Gooch? He's got like a at least a half Star Wars sleeve and this huge beard with the curled mustache.
There's a guy that we knew in high school, and they called him his last name. It might be the same guy. I don't remember his first name because everybody just called him.
That's probably him. And like at the initial interview to getting hired, like he introduced himself. Hey, I'm David Gooch, and I just laughed, and I said, "Okay, you're kidding me. There's no way your name." But yeah, he showed me his ID.
Yeah, I made him show me his ID. I didn't believe it.
Yeah, and he was interviewing me for the job, you know. And I'm like, wait, no.
Yeah.
We got to see some credentials, man. Come on.
Yeah. Like, oh man, there's no way that's your real name.
Can I just call you Mr. Gooch or Chef Gooch? And he's a high school teacher now. Is what I had him on
that's
my
gotta be
last,
miserable.
I mean, he says it's all right. I don't know.
Kids can be mean.
A teacher. And I remember working with him in the kitchen, and this dude, like, I'm sure y'all have worked in kitchens, and it's usually the raunchiest talk. Like, I always liked working in kitchens because it's always, like, drug addicts, alcoholics, people who've been to jail, you know. Yeah, and it's a lot of fun. You just talk shit the whole time while you're making people's food. Like this dude, one plate he sent out, it was this old couple, and they sent it back saying, the lady said, I can't eat this. It's the saltiest thing that I've ever had. And he said, I feel bad for her husband. Yeah, and I'm like, wait, you're a teacher? Like,
that's funny.
Hilarious.
Yeah.
I figured, like, I had some pretty gnarly teachers. I didn't know they were as gnarly back as when I was a kid, but now that I think back, they tried to fit some jokes in there that went over my head.
Yeah. Well, are y'all from Lubbock? Like, y'all were born there or what?
Yep,
oh, yeah.
right
Born and reared.
Well, I don't know. I know y'all have got at least, I want to say 3, but at least 2 high schools in Lubbock. And here
there's more. There's
here
4.
in Snyder, we only have the 1.
5.
But we had like, I guess they couldn't find enough teachers, but like our coaches would teach classes where you're like, okay, you're a football coach, but you're really teaching me health. Like,
you know what I think that is more than anything? I think there's not enough coaching to pay their full whatever they coach. There's not enough hours. There's not enough kids taking soccer for him to fill out his whole schedule. So he just so happened to go to school. He also can be a history teacher, and so that's what he does to fill out his schedule. And in bigger schools, there's more classes of football. There's more all this other stuff, and so maybe a football coach can just focus on football, or just as example. But I think they do that just to fill out their time. They don't have enough students in that individual sport to justify a full-time teacher.
There's a bunch of a lot of teachers. Coaches are called coaches. Taught history.
Coaches were my favorite teachers. They were always really cool.
Dude, I was listening to Dan Wooldridge's podcast the other day, and he was talking about when he was in junior high, one of the coach teachers actually I can't remember if he jokingly called him fat or he was making fun of Dan for being fat. You know what I mean? And we're in junior high. We're I would say 12. I don't know the actual junior high age, but yeah, 12, 13 years old. And this dude's
sounds right.
Like you're old enough to be his dad and you're making fun of this kid? Come on.
Yeah, that's a dick. But back in the day, man, it wasn't quite the same thing as today. Teachers could get away with that.
As long as you didn't touch their genital, I mean, you could get away with pretty much anything else. I remember this one story of my junior high. This really annoying girl, she would not shut out, and she would just.
I know someone like that.
Out of her mouth. Yeah. Oh, that hurt. But no, she wouldn't shut her mouth, and so apparently the teacher grabbed her head and smacked it on the desk as hard as she could. I don't know if that ever was
no
true.
way.
Everybody told me it was. I believe it. The teacher was horrible and the student was horrible. Oh, I would believe it 100%, but I
believe it.
I don't know.
Did y'all ever watch?
It was before phone cameras were really a thing, so I believe it, and no one really got footage. But did that teacher get fired?
No.
Okay, then I don't believe it.
No, I don't know, actually. I don't think I ever saw her again. To be honest with you.
Okay.
Wait, the teacher was a girl?
Yeah, it was an old lady. It was this old.
What? Okay, I can believe that.
French.
I believe that. We had this one math teacher who would excuse herself and go into her closet, and we could smell her chain smoking cigarettes in the middle of class. And I always thought she was gonna fight one of the kids for being obnoxious or whatever. But did y'all ever watch?
You really blame her?
No. Look, and I was applying for some jobs, just looking to see what was up. I'm always looking for more money or whatever. But there was a position that said substitute teacher full time, $7.75 an hour.
Oh, fuck that!
For a substitute teacher, dude.
That's ridiculous.
You can't expect a teacher to keep all the kids safe at that point. I'd take care maybe. I can guarantee 15% of the kids.
Dude, at $7.75 an hour, I'm gonna be like Cameron Diaz in the Bad Teacher movie. I'm gonna say, hey, here's Jay and Silent Bob reboot. I'm gonna y'all don't pay attention to what I'm doing behind the desk because it might be a class, there might be some cocaine.
I'm just shooting up a little. I'm just shooting up a little bit.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. I went to that's what I went to school for. Not very long, but I went to be a teacher. I was gonna be a band director.
Oh, a band director?
Yeah.
So you can actually read music?
Yeah, I can read music, and I know a lot of music theory. I know quite. That's what I think. I've only been playing drums for about 5 years, and honestly, that's why I picked up so fast. Is because I do kind of know the math behind it, and that really helps, especially when communicating with other musicians.
See, that's awesome, dude. I was in band for 3, maybe 4 years, but I ended up quitting because I started smoking weed for one, but mainly because I had braces and playing cornet and trying to do that with braces on, it cuts the inside of your lips. It
yeah,
not a good time. But I don't remember how to read music, but like I've played bass, like tried to be in bands, but I can't really like I'm not that good. And I play drums a little bit, but that's a fucking workout, dude.
Oh, I love it.
I could never pick up the double kick.
Oh, dude, I
just
I
hate that
fucking
my
love it.
neighbor plays drums. Like, that's the worst. Like, you gotta hear it from like 8 to 9 every night, and I'm gonna call the police. Like next time I hear it, I'm
Oh, you're gonna be a Karen? So like,
I am.
eh?
I mean, I already shit at his doorstep every single time I get a chance.
I gotta ask, are you like the stereotypical drummer? Like every drummer that I've personally known has extreme ADD and is always down to do the craziest shit, like Jackass style. Like, hey, y'all dare me to eat this fucking ghost pepper hot sauce? Nobody said anything.
No.
He is.
No,
I like that actually.
No, I'm not. I'm relatively reserved. I used to be a lot crazier, man. I used to be a whole lot crazier, but that was the meth smoking days. No, I'm just joking.
They don't judge, man. I used to be strung out. It happens.
Yeah.
Look, speaking of, you got me thinking of back whenever I was strung out. Like, I was so crazy, I would be messaging a girl, and she wouldn't reply back, and I'd be like, oh, you like black dudes, huh? Just say that out of nowhere.
Yeah, your life's all about growth, my friend, and you can see the errors in your way. That's good.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't do that anymore. I drink quite a bit of beer, but I'm a
I
dad
just
now,
need
and
Jesus,
Yeah.
and that's all I need. Good.
Steven lives that sober life. My brother, Steven. He don't really drink or do anything.
that's lame.
I try to hold my
Yeah.
breath and get high.
All you gotta do is hold your breath, shake your head really fast, and spin around 3 times, and you'll be a wizard. I don't know.
Well, yeah. You gotta make sure you do it on carpet too. That's real important.
You gotta get that static.
Speaking of sober
sorry.
life, though, I've been listening to Dan's podcast he does for his like sober living home. These dudes talk like they're straight tripping all the time, man. Like talking about like
they
spirituality and all this stuff, and I'm like, dude, like the way y'all are talking is making me want to get high, and y'all are all sober for 3 to 4 or 5 years.
Yeah, definitely. That's they're high on life, is what it really is, I suppose.
it is. Life's got that highness, you know.
Some people, yeah. I mean,
Hey,
some people are just high on life.
what I say is we're here for a good time, not a long time. You know what I mean?
That's what I've been saying. That's how I live.
Let's try going more the food route with that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all in with the food. I eat terrible. Eat what I want when I want.
I've come out to the because me and him we park in our little garage area. I've come out there and seen him just whooping down like Taco Bell, Chick-fil-A, and it is embarrassing as hell.
It is embarrassing
Dude,
because
I've
you're
seen
eating
him eat,
Chick-fil-A. They
I've
say
seen him eat 2 sandwiches at the same time.
No, that's never fucking happened.
Look, I saw this meme the other day where this dude was like he's like he had a hot pocket in the microwave. He's like got a hot pocket in his hand. He took a picture. He said, "I'm so high, I forgot my hot pocket was in the microwave." And it keeps going and going, and he's got like 4 hot pockets in the microwave. He's like, shit.
Yeah, I've seen that one. The real dangers of weed.
That's what I was saying, dude. So, oh, what was I about to ask? Oh, while y'all were trying to get y'all's whole audio thing fixed, I was just scrolling through Facebook, and I love telling people about this. So, during quarantine, I don't know if y'all were unemployed or whatever. I got laid off for like 3 months, and out of pure boredom, I went and found Stephen Kelly's, which my name Stephen Kelly, just to see how many I could, and I was gonna message him and be like, "Oh, well, I've gathered you all here for whatever." Dude, so one of the ones that I found and tagged in this post, it started out with like 6 of us that I tagged. He tagged a good 80 Stephen Kellys, and I'm friends with all of them, and we all comment on each other's stuff. And some people will see us talking and be like thinking I have like 3-4 Facebooks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Is this guy talking to himself?
And ironically, like we all have like the same like kind of we're into the same stuff in different ways. Like one of them is also into death metal. One of them's also a Star Wars fanatic. This one also has long hair. Like it's weird.
Yeah.
Little pieces of you in each one of them. There's another see us here, and I met him last. We're both in there.
One of the first Stephen Kelly I met was in Lubbock. He's one of the head dudes of Nightmare on 19th.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I found some people on Facebook and got them to come over and party or whatever back when I was living there, and they were like, "Dude, I totally thought you were this Nightmare on 19th dude." And I'm like, "Well, I don't look anything like him, but I mean, he's got the same name. Might as well add him." And one of these Stephen Kellys was like, "Hey, we should all meet up. Like, here's my address. Y'all come here."
Oh shit!
And I'm like, I still laugh. I guess I don't because I'm not right now. But at the thought of, okay, all these Stephen Kellys calling a hotel in the same town to reserve a room. Just like, yeah, I'd like to reserve a room for this day, whatever. Okay, Stephen Kelly. 5 minutes later, yeah, I'd like to reserve a room this day for Stephen Kelly. She's like, yeah, you just call it, just going on and on for like 3 hours.
He's like, you've already done this.
It's like, is this a prank
Like,
call? Why do you
I'm
have
here
so
to
many
check in.
prank cards?
I'm here to check in. What's your name? Stephen Kelly?
Oh, fuck, she just
Like,
walked out.
fuck. Like, yeah. How would they even? I don't know. I guess they'd be like, well, what's your card number?
Yeah.
Check that with the room or whatever.
I don't think they do that.
I don't know, but what if all the reservations are Stephen Kelly? How are they going to tell which one's which?
Hey, well, where do they pick up? Do they just off
They
Still
just-
can't hear.
Yeah, he's
Steven
kind of
real well.
in and out.
Yeah,
Is that better?
yeah, that fixed everything.
You know what they should do? They
Yeah, I
should
had
just
that,
put us all in the same room.
Yeah. Set up a trough or
It'd be like
something.
it'd
Yeah.
be like a Mr. Meeseeks thing, but it's just a bunch of Stephen Kellys. Like, man, this is weird. I can't. So, the main reason, what I'm really excited to do, because I've been holding out. I've tried to talk to my wife about it, but she's just not as deep into Marvel as I am.
Oh, I think I know where we're going.
No.
And for anyone listening, this is probably not going to be posted. It might be posted tomorrow, might be posted 2 weeks from now. I don't know. I haven't decided. I'm lazy and whatever. So,
Anyways,
just in
it's been a
case,
weekend.
spoiler alert,
Yeah, you've had time to watch it.
WandaVision,
Yes.
episode 5. I called it. Look, I take pride in being able to call what's happening in new nerdy stuff. Like when The Force Awakens came out in theaters, I called that Admiral Akbar was going to be there. I called that they were going to find Luke and then cut it off right whenever the movie ended. Like, I take pride in it.
Yeah.
I wasn't able to call Han Solo dying. That made me cry like a little baby, and still does. I have a man crush on Harrison Ford, but whatever.
He was just done with it.
Yeah.
He was done with the
He's
series.
been done
he was
with
just
it.
Like, get done with
Since
it.
before episode 5, man, he just wanted to do one and get out of there. And then someone like was interviewing him and says, like, "Do you think Han will come back as a Force ghost?" And Harrison Ford's just like, "Oh, what?"
What? He don't care.
Yeah, well, I definitely find it like one of the more entertaining things about the show is just it's just speculating. Yeah, theory crafting, and I was joking with my girlfriend because I had to text Steven, my brother, and I had to talk to a few other people I've been discussing it with. The night I watched it, because I was like, I like to get my theories out there, man.
Wait,
I
are
like
we
to get
talking
them out there.
episode 5
So
or are we talking Star Wars?
if they get right. We're talking episode 5, or really anything like this, anything that's really, really good. Like you said, if you waited a long time and you're waiting for a new movie or something, it's just fun to put them theories out there. I do believe WandaVision excels.
Dude,
That's why it's been so much fun to watch.
let me tell you
Key to bringing
something.
it out to is, oh, okay.
Let me tell you something. I'm a Star Wars fanatic. Like, I have like 15 Star Wars shirts. I've got 3 totes in the garage filled with Star Wars memorabilia, a whole shelf. I've
Oh,
got
that's
all...
cute.
Okay, look.
I got
So
like 10 AT&T shirts.
I go in watching the new trilogy thinking this is going to be good, and it was terrible, right? And I was like, I go in to watch episode 9, Rise of the Skywalker. Like, if they can only do half as good as Marvel did at ending a saga, this is a 40-plus year saga we're talking about, Star Wars.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
was really disappointed. Episode 9 is good, but okay. Endgame
Marvel put in that time. Marvel
Endgame
put in that time.
was amazing,
So did
dude.
Star Wars, but they had so
Okay.
many different views. Like, because what is it? They switched between directors, didn't they?
Yeah, no,
Like
they had.
midway
I
through?
can't remember the dude's name. I can't remember the dude who did Force Awakens, but it was almost identical to A New Hope, which I was like, this is awesome. New characters, nostalgia, whatever. Then they got the new director for The Last Jedi, and he literally threw all of the ideas and potential away. Said, fuck this. And then episode 9 came
Yeah.
back. They bring back episode 7 director, and he like had to pick up the pieces so badly that they brought back a villain, which was pretty cool, that is supposed to be dead. You know, like he's like, I don't know what else to do, man. Like Snoke could have been so cool. I can't remember the actor's
Yeah,
name,
but
but the
they
dude who
killed him.
plays Smeagol, that dude's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, the big problem is that James he wanted to start off. The first director wanted to be like, hey, I want to keep it as close to the original as possible because the prequel gets everybody else. Keep it as close to the original as possible, and slowly build up from there. Second guy comes in, I want to throw everything around, just toss things around, shake it up quite a bit. And I think that's the problem. Is I think you can go one way or you can go the other way, but you can't.
You can't mix it up in the middle of doing a fucking 40-year-old saga like that.
Exactly.
And I
There's
keep having
so
notifications
much
from
more
YouTube saying that they're. I mean, I assume they're just theories and some dude just posting a video for clickbait. But they're saying that they're disregarding the sequel trilogy and that Jon Favreau is going to write a new sequel trilogy, which would be amazing. But I think they should just leave it how it is and let him keep doing what he's doing.
Wait, he's the guy that did Far From Home?
That's the
The
Mandalorian.
Mandalorian.
Okay, yeah.
Jon Favreau,
Everything
he's done
touches
the Lion King
is
remake. He made Elf. He did Iron Man 1. He was Iron
Yeah,
Man's assistant.
Yeah, that's the guy. That's Happy. Ain't that Happy Hogan?
Yes.
Yeah, Happy Hogan. He also did Far From Home, didn't he? Or no? He was in it. and
Yeah, he was in it,
directed
and he might have had something to do with it. But he does so good at writing that whenever in I don't know if y'all have watched Mandalorian season 2, but the episode where he meets the guy wearing Boba Fett's armor, he repaired the armor, and you can see on the back of his jetpack where Han Solo shot him. There's like a mark there. That's how in detail these dudes get. And that's amazing, man.
Yeah. See, I didn't watch season 2 yet. You're probably gonna hate me,
No, it's
but
just,
I did
it's just
see.
episode
I did see that.
He's
Oh, yeah,
real
I didn't see.
respectful for the other, the property. Really respectful. The best thing. That's why the Mandalorian is so good. He's taken the
And he's got Dave
reasonable.
Filoni too.
So I mean, I love that part with Boba Fett. I was like, I love the little teaser at the beginning. It's like, oh hey, Boba Fett's armor, and it's like, oh hey,
Look,
that can't be Boba Fett. And then boom,
I called it in season 1. That episode where he's with that young kid in the desert and they go fight the Asian girl. And then at the end,
Yeah, I thought,
you see a boot, like you see her body laying there, and you see a boot walk up to her. I was like, "That's Boba Fett. I know it. I just know it is." And lo and behold,
I didn't feel it. I wasn't feeling it at the time.
I'm not going to talk.
I
We
thought
can't
they were
talk
just
too
being
much about it.
cheeky, just like with the WandaVision situation. I feel like, and this is part of the spoilers, I guess, is just like the WandaVision, which they introduced Quicksilver right at the end. I feel like it's just a cheeky little subtle, hey, here's a character. Oh, he's recast. I don't think he's going to be taken seriously.
There's no way. No. Check it out. Look. So, okay, I knew that she was the one creating that world, and I have a theory.
we all that was clear. It was her. It was definitely.
I have a theory that the twins could possibly be both versions of her brother. But look at this. Marvel, there's the MCU, and then there's Fox. Fox does X-Men, Deadpool, mostly Spider-Man. MCU is what everybody knows and loves. What I see from that episode is, okay, her brother, Quicksilver, Pietro, is dead. But from what I've researched and read, WandaVision, like, it's been 2 years since Endgame, and so we're going to have straight Marvel series and 3 movies coming out this year. Like, there's 9 series that they're messing around with for Disney+. So, this WandaVision is going into Doctor Strange 2, into the multiverse. I'm saying they're going to, if they're doing what I got from it, this is like legendary, leaping boundaries no one's done, man. They're going to bring in X-Men to the Avengers.
I know that they also approved like Deadpool, and they're going to go with that. But my thing is, I think they're going to start with that with like the madness of the multiverse. But I think WandaVision, I think they're going to play it safe. I think they're going to play it safe.
I got a really good theory. That built on what y'all are talking about. Okay, so it's reality warping, right? And there's so many stories in Marvel. It'd be incredibly hard to just introduce mutants. If you're familiar with comics, they're a huge part of every Marvel comics. They mention mutants in Avengers. It's a part of that world. It would be so complicated and would have to take so long to properly do. It'd be very tough. Here's your out. Have Wanda have these abilities to warp people from different universes. So here's the cool thing. This Quicksilver is from the Fox universe, and when he's in the bubble, this is my prediction. When he's in the bubble, he's going to play around like, yes, there's some right here, your long-lost brother. If he were to step out and go into real life and become himself, he'd be like, yo, where are the mutants? Where is everybody? This isn't my world.
He's
this isn't any of this.
Son.
Yes, and Scarlet Witch is Magneto's daughter.
Well, not according to the MCU.
They also bang.
Well, I don't think we know that yet, right?
In the MCU, they had not mutant parents, and they were given the gifts.
That's true.
Fine.
So her Quicksilver is a whole different Quicksilver.
Yeah.
Pietro was her brother, the dude that played Kick-Ass.
Exactly.
This dude, his name is also Peter, so it's close. Peter, Pietro.
I was gonna say that kind of.
Well, I think the actor's name is Peter.
No, it's Evan Peters. He's from American Horror Story. Every single one of them.
Yeah.
Oh my god. My thing is on this one too is it kind of helps my theory as much because in the Marvel, in the Fox verse, I'm going to call it the Fox. In the Fox
universe,
he doesn't have a sister.
Well, we don't know that, do we?
Like he does not have a sister. I mean, at this point,
no, it doesn't confirm or deny that. He plays such a small role. In each movie, he's only in like 20 minutes of it.
But he does have one of the coolest scenes of all time, where he
absolutely, and that's why I think they recasted him. He's a fan favorite.
Well, you think about
he's most any Marvel's fan favorite from X-Men, and he had such little roles.
Kitty Pryde.
That's my favorite X-Men.
What is her name?
She didn't do much.
Well, back in like the original X-Men trilogy, I think Ellen Page paid her. Or I guess it's Elliot Page now. Yeah.
Elliot Page, yeah.
I'm not going to go with pronouns. I'll just say dude, but whatever.
Yeah. Well, I would call him a dude if it was a she or he is just dude.
Yeah.
Regardless.
I would still drink his pee, her pee, whatever.
So you were calling it a bubble. You're calling Westview a bubble, right? That's the bubble you were referring to? It's not a bubble.
Yeah.
Look at the pictures I just sent to the Discord chat. Which I've been telling my coworker who we talk about this nerdy stuff that's been coming out.
Not a bubble.
It's a hexagon.
It's a physical bubble.
It's a hexagon.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, but you get what I'm saying. I'm using the term bubble loosely. Of course, it's a hexagon. Okay, I do have one very, very specific what is it? Prediction. I think it's pretty clear if you think of it. Kat Dennings is going to give Scarlet Witch the moniker, or Wanda the moniker Scarlet Witch. The way she was hinting in this past episode, trying to get everybody to call her the Hex. Have a
Is that what
Hex.
she was talking about?
Yeah, in one of these episodes, they're going to have a meeting, and she's going to jokingly say, "Oh, Scarlet Witch? Oh, yeah, I started calling her that. Yeah, let's spread it around." And then people are going to start calling her that, and that's how she's going to get her name, specifically from Kat Dennings.
You know what I think
And I
is
had
really
a friend
funny?
point that out to me, and I was like, yeah, that's...
Me too.
Y'all know
I was gonna
that
say-
Wanda is Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen's sister.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She was in Full House, and now she's in a sitcom. Like, I just thought that was a little weird, but whatever.
Okay, this is how they're going to tie the sitcom bullshit in it all. Okay? Because whatever the case, she's making this at the end. This is part of the season finale prediction. At the end, it's going to flash back to when she storms open that base to get visions, right? But we're not going to see a camera angle. We're going to see her storm open the doors. She's going to stumble across Vision's body. And then she's going to have flashbacks. These flashbacks are going to go back to the time before Infinity War, when right before they got attacked, they were in that city talking about how they love each other. Then they get attacked by Corvus Glaive and the other soldier from
That was
Thanos.
in,
It's going to flash back to that. And the main thing they did to spend time was watch family sitcoms. They're going to be in a hotel room. That's the main thing they did. So if you can do a flashback, if you can do a flashback of Wanda discovering Vision's body, and then within that flashback, she's going to be triggered to another flashback, and that's going to kind of do a nice, like, 2-3 minute tie-in and explain why it's been a sitcom. Because her happiest moments with Vision were binge watching family sitcoms.
And
I'm
there's
gonna
another thing that
she
say...
just went to the sitcom. Oh, sorry.
Well, another thing is people are always they're talking about throughout all the movies. Her and Vision are always saying that all they want is just time together. And then right before he died, he says we're all out of time. And like, there's so many theories talking about everybody's wearing watch. Every character has a wristwatch, and like time is so like I don't know.
I think that's a period research thing. I believe a lot of people wore watches.
Well, yeah.
Well, I'm gonna say this with this. Like, honestly, my theory with this whole thing is as simple as this. It's gonna with Rambo fighting the director, and Vision and Wanda fighting. And at the end of it all, it's gonna be because she's doing this whole like concept of a sitcom because in her eye, that's the American. It's like, hey,
That's
she
the
wants to
dream.
revert back. Yeah, something simple, easy, something that's not. I think what happened was she found out that Sword was trying to do an artificial like weapon, some kind of crazy situation testing or trying to make Vision into something he shouldn't. And she finds out about this, goes and destroys her, and wants to, I'm sorry, I'm getting a call. My work phone. But she just goes there and saves Vision's body, but seeing Vision in the state he's in breaks her emotionally, mentally. She goes to this Westview, takes the body, goes to this Westview, puts them back together, and I believe firmly that there's no magic involved into it. She has the Mind Stone gave her powers. Vision isn't a human, he doesn't have a soul, he's just a robot, so she can use her Mind Stone powers and bring him back to life and just kind of live in this world and manipulate reality.
One quick, not necessarily not quite a pushback on that, Steven, but I agree with you. My theory's on top and just very specific of that scene. Except for the why it's sitcoms. But the fact that you're right, I when you told me that, I do agree.
Wait,
that
what
Vision
scene?
was being used as a weapon. That's what drove Wanda crazy, is that Vision was being used as a weapon of some sort. Or trying to get made as a weapon. But when that specific scene, when they flash back, I'm saying there's going to be another flashback that
Showing
ties in
him
the
just
sitcom
dead.
thing. Yeah.
Dude,
That's why she lost it. I think Steven's right. He said that. He said that like the night it came out. I do believe he's right because I think and why it shows her so villainy when she breaks in on that camera footage. She's such a fucking villain. And that's really not Scarlet Witch unless you're doing something wrong. And that's what they were doing. They were doing something wrong with Vision's dead body.
Wait,
and she heard about it, and that's why she looks pissed off.
Do y'all have comic knowledge? Because I didn't read the comics too much, but I vaguely remember Scarlet Witch starting out as a villain and then becoming an Avenger.
Yes, I mean, that's true. She had I believe, a long history with the X-Men before she was even a part of the Avengers. I'm not too familiar with Scarlet Witch per se.
But like,
and then, but the past 20 or so years, she's been much more affiliated with the Avengers. She's not really in the X-Men universe.
Really taken from the house. Like they really kind of. That's one of the most popular. Basically,
Yeah, but I mean, dude, they're taken from what's that other one where Mephisto has them make the babies? I like I said, I'm not familiar with Scarlet Witch, but there's another one where. No, it's not. No, this one's back in the 70s. House of M is like fucking 2000, or a little bit past that.
Who is Mephisto? Because I as soon as that episode ended, I started looking up like Easter eggs and what I missed and like a breakdown of it.
Okay.
And
yeah,
people
I
are
give you
saying
a quick breakdown.
Mephisto's the villain, but then I see all these hexagons throughout the show. And then there's also, if you look at the chat, there's a Weapon Hex in Marvel.
Okay. Well, Weapon Hex is a crossover series, and it's this universe is called Infinity Warps, and it combines heroes and is a different universe. I don't quite know the layout on that either, but it's brand new. Weapon Hex is Wolverine plus Witch together, one hero, one character, brand new person. They also have like Soldier Supreme. He's Captain America and Doctor Strange. They have Ghost Panther. It's Black Iron Hammer, which is half Thor, half Iron Man. And I'm not sure, but they are completely different characters, and they're in different universe. It's a different universe, and that's just how those characters are. That they're specifically a mix of,
So the main
and
theory
that's what Weapon
is
Hex
that
is.
the main theory is that they're bringing in Mephisto as the new villain.
Okay.
Which I don't know who that is, but looking at the pictures, he looks like the dude from X-Men First Class.
Yeah, that's
X-Men First Class. What, dude?
No. He's in the Hellfire. Azul.
Little Satan of the Marvel world is who Mephisto is, and I really much. Okay, first of all, we all know Agnes is Agatha Harkness. And she comes from that older story. She is a witch buddy of Scarlet Witch that did betray Scarlet Witch and did act as a soldier for Mephisto. So there's a lot of stuff, especially in the first couple episodes when it's still kind of open-ended. You really truly believe that Mephisto is using Agnes to. I felt like Agnes was too leadership, too leady. She knew too much. She brought stuff over. She let me go show you to these other housewives. Let me tell you what to do.
People are saying that Agnes is someone called Agatha.
Agatha Harkness. Yeah, Agatha Harkness, and she's a witch buddy. And I think one thing that might tie in is that I was thinking the whole time until the past couple episodes, I was thinking Mephisto was using Agnes, but now I feel like here's a theory. Scarlet Witch didn't know how to revive Vision. She's not familiar with all of her powers, anything. She went to Agatha. Boom! Scarlet Witch revives Vision. Something goes, awry with her emotions or whatever. I don't know how they're gonna quite paint it, but then Agatha just gets hit in it. and Agatha is kind of one person, but she in this thing that's being controlled, but at the same time she's a witch, so she has a little more control and she's playing a little more of a role. Maybe she's not affected. I originally thought Agatha was a soldier for Mephisto. I don't believe it. I believe now Scarlet Witch reached out to Agatha or Agnes and for help to revive Vision.
I think I'm gonna go with that because I feel like but Mephisto is complete. Like they've already confirmed. Like I don't know if this is true, but they say when they say it's just Facebook. Is that Mephisto?
Hey Steven, you're breaking up again.
Oh, sorry. It's supposed to be like Mephisto is supposed to be the main bad guy of Madness of the multiverse, and that's why people are saying, he's gonna be a part of this. He's gonna be a part of this. I don't know. It feels like they're gonna go. I think he's just gonna be kind of a clever like little Easter egg at the end, like the in credit thing of.
Pushback right here, or just a little bit on it. I do believe it to be painting Wanda as such a villain is a misdirect, right? And you're saying it's going to be the sword director. I still feel like the first, especially the second episode, right when she got pregnant, they might have done it for other reasons, but for the children, somebody's trying to manipulate this thing Wanda's doing. Wanda's doing it all. Someone's trying to manipulate Wanda to have children. And what for? My original theory was that Mephisto had that, he's kind of like Jesus. He had to be born out the womb of a woman. And so he got, Agnes to kind of to make Wanda make this world. And she leads Wanda through this quick little thing to make her have children, and at the end, this was my original theory. At the end, Wanda's gonna realize her kids are half devil, and that's what's gonna make her fucking go so crazy. She tears up the universe. Mephisto don't have the power, man. She tears up the universe. Mephisto has to work within certain limits. Like that needs her to birth him out on Earth.
What tripped me out? Okay, Wanda, just from watching the movies, Infinity Wars, clearly, in my opinion, the strongest Avenger, dude. She's sitting there protecting Vision, holding back Thanos, having an emotional breakdown. Dude,
she was gonna kill Thanos too.
And then Endgame.
She deserves it.
And then she comes back in Endgame and says, "You took everything from me." He said, "I don't even know who the fuck you are, man." And she just...
That's a burr.
I got goosebumps talking about it, man. The power she showed was amazing, dude.
That's just her earthly powers too, man. It's just her gravitating shit and energy beams. Like I said, she has the reality stone. They're gonna tie in some scene. Obviously, it's already kind of there. But I don't know if you remember the scene with
never
Thanos.
Got it closer.
Yeah, you remember that. That's not what I'm saying though. You remember that scene where the Guardians of the Galaxy attack Thanos, and they think they kill him, and all of a sudden it wipes cleans. I believe, whenever he first gets the reality stone and it wipes the whole place and it's burning and the collector's dead. When they first show up, they're like, we got it. That's the type of power Wanda has without the reality stone.
Look, and people...
she's extremely powerful. Her almost killing Thanos, it doesn't even show a fraction of her true power.
People are saying their theory is that she's, while bringing or using Vision as a puppet, reviving him, I don't know what she's doing. She's slowly, unknowingly rebuilding or recreating the Mind Stone.
Oh, that's a good point. I do believe I want to get dark with it.
I think she's going to be the villain. That's what I would like to see anyway for Doctor Strange. She's just the bad guy.
See, if they're really going the House of Amroot, she's got to be just completely broken. Like, I mean, completely broken.
She is. That's
like,
the whole thing, man. She
Yeah.
like you
They
see
haven't
it in
shown it
Infinity
yet.
War when she's holding him back and watching
Yeah.
Vision die. You see that she's broken, and then when she goes to fight Thanos, saying "You took everything from me," there's no emotion there. She's just numb, done, ready to kill
didn't
this
see
dude.
that. We didn't see that. No, that's not. We didn't see that. Something's got to happen with her children. If this was what I always said, man. This season is going to be a watching her children grow up, and then something's going to happen to those kids, and that's what's going to break her.
But
That's
like
what's
I
gonna
said
fucking
earlier,
break
I
her.
also have another theory. Throughout episode 5, the kids were aging very rapidly, and even when she was pregnant, they were aging
That's
very
just how this
rapidly.
world is. They're
Dude,
going decades.
what if the twins are both versions of her brother? Because, you see
I
them
think they're going to
as
be Billy and Tommy from the comics.
you see him as 10
I think they're
years
going to be her
old,
kids.
and then you don't see him again, and then she sees her brother show up, man.
Yeah.
But look,
I know.
I sent a picture to the
I think
chat. I don't know if y'all can see it.
I've been checking the chat. Hold up. I'm not the best.
You don't have to see. You don't have to see all the past 3 I sent. Just the newest one I sent. It's a screenshot from my phone, talking about the hexagon. On the screenshot, you've got one from WandaVision, and the bottom 2 are from Captain Marvel,
Okay, I see that.
where Rambo is
Okay.
also from Captain Marvel.
Okay.
Is she the what is?
Man, I don't know. I
I mean,
feel
I
like
really-
I've heard so much theories about the hexagon. Like, it's supposed to represent a beehive because that's where they're at. Wanda's the queen bee. They use that 6 points or the honeycomb look because that's kind of what it represents.
And then they have the beehive.
6 points.
I remember seeing you talking about on Facebook, seeing that
Yeah.
beehive, the beekeeper dude
Now,
come up. That was
Okay,
Swarm.
that is still my theory. I still think he's going to come in because they have yet to say what happened to him.
Look,
How do you know
and
what
you said
happened
that's
to the
a
people who get
Spider-Man?
He's
rewinded?
not a very popular guy. He's not popular enough. Like,
He's
no,
not
there's
popular
I've
enough
never
to make it
heard
to
of him.
Spider-Man. He's not. Yeah, well, he's a C-list hero. Like, he's not popular enough to make
From
it to get to a
Spider-Man?
Spider-Man movie. Yeah, no, Swarm.
Yeah, well, no, that's what I'm saying. But he's from Spider-Man because
Yeah.
Spider-Man has
Yeah.
a plethora of villains.
That's what I'm saying. Swarm will never make it to a Spider-Man movie when there's Green Goblin, Dr. Octopus,
Dude,
Lizard,
if Kraven the
Venom.
Hunter can't make it, then
Yeah.
Swarm's not gonna make it.
I agree. That's what I'm saying, and that's why they stuck him on the first Disney Plus show.
Speaking of, hold up, off topic. Amazing Spider-Man 2. My least favorite Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield, whatever. The end of that movie had me so stoked, dude. They had an Easter egg to the Sinister Six, and then he goes
yeah.
and has the rhino, and then nothing ever happened.
Yeah.
Well,
That's why-
apparently he's coming back for the next one.
That's no,
not the rhino,
I don't
but,
believe any of that, dude. Are you talking about this clusterfuck for Spider-Man 3?
I hope they don't do that.
multiverse.
Okay, so
I hope
you've
they do.
got
That'd be
Tobey
hilarious.
Maguire, Andrew Garfield, Tom Holland, probably Kirsten Dunst, Jamie Foxx, the dude who played Doc Ock in Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire, Venom, Tom Hardy,
The best.
like probably for Venom 2, which is going to have Woody Harrelson as Carnage, him also. This is like
It's a
what they
mess.
did with Endgame. It's
It's-
just no, that's too much, man. I would love to
Yeah.
see it, but it's just too much to pay attention to, which is the only reason I was
Endgame
disappointed
worked.
with Endgame. Because
Yeah, Endgame worked for very many reasons, but other movies aren't going to be able to duplicate that, especially not Spider-Man 3. And I heard all these rumors of, I'm the big, Steven can confirm this, I'm a huge Spider-Man fan.
that was my favorite
Hey.
Marvel hero. Favorite.
He's one of my favorites, for sure. He's my favorites. I love his gallery of villains. I think that's something so cool about
Gallery.
I
Spider-Man.
almost walked out of the theater during Infinity War watching him die. Like I didn't even want to finish
Yeah.
the movie. Like just because like that was
Yeah.
dude, that was so sad, man.
But I'm gonna be highly disappointed if this movie goes through and we have fucking Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield and all this other and all the
Did any
fucking
of them
old
dance
villains,
the same as Toby?
and it's a clusterfuck of a story. I was just really looking forward to fucking
Well,
Tom
Spider-Man.
Holland continuing his story.
Yes. What they need to
Apparently,
do.
he's gonna have the what is the Hobgoblin? Because Ned is now.
Yeah,
Super
Ned
fun.
is skinny. Yeah, he's gonna be the Hobgoblin,
What they need to do,
which is kind of cool.
if anything, with Tobey Maguire, they need to have him do a Logan Spider-Man movie. You know what I mean? Like old,
Yeah, like
rugged-looking
old,
Spider-Man. Like he
Well,
doesn't even wear the mask. He just has like the picture I saw. He's got like a trench coat
Yeah.
that's got the Spider-Man colors on, like a gray and black beard.
Okay, so one of the very popular tropes of Spider-Man is dealing, especially in the comics, is dealing with his struggles to just have a normal life with his immense need to feel this responsibility. And so I think an older version of Spider-Man would look a lot like the Peter B. Parker from the Into the Spider-Verse.
Where
You
he's
know,
got the
if you
he's got
saw
the beard.
an old, rundown Spider-Man, yeah, it'd be just this normal-looking guy. It's, maybe not clean-shaved, but kind of, he's got all this power. He don't really give a fuck. And that's like a fair representation of Spider-Man in the comics. There's so many times when he don't want to
He's
be
gone through a
Spider-Man.
lot, man. Like, really, if I was
Yeah.
Spider-Man and the Gwen Stacy thing happened, that'd be
Yeah.
it. I wouldn't be a hero anymore.
we're all
I'd be
kind of
like,
like.
I'd be
There's
drunk,
a few
web
Gwen
slinging
Stacy
around
things,
New
like
York.
On the in
Yeah.
the comics, I mean, Gwen Stacy got impregnated by the Green Goblin too. Let's not forget
Whoa,
that.
I didn't know that. That's fucked up.
And the kid grew up super fast, and tried to take over the world. But that's just normal comic. Just a normal comic.
They're out of this world.
But
But,
I really think that they're gonna use Evan Peters' Quicksilver to introduce multiverse and use
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
multiverse theory to, because Disney is very obviously rich. They buy everything. Why would they not be able to afford Fox?
Yeah, that's what I
They
think
already
too.
have
I
Fox.
think if
They already
If we
have the
were-
Fox. They own it already. But why would they, like, the Fox brand, no, there's only one really, like, maybe two relevant, like, characters left with Fox. It's like, you have
No, you've got
Quicksilver,
Fantastic
and
Four.
you got-
You've got the X-Men,
Oh, no, those are coming too,
No,
but they're
no,
going to
no.
recast those.
Deadpool.
yes,
What
I
I'm
think
saying is-
Steven's saying rememberable actors that shouldn't be, and that's why that shouldn't be recasted. And I agree. There's not many. Like, of course, if they're gonna do Kitty Pryde, recast. If they're gonna do Rogue, recast. They're gonna do these other people because there's a few good
Dude,
actors in
especially
those
the
roles.
Rogue they gave
That was
us
so-
with the X-Men original trilogy. That was terrible. Rogue got her powers from Captain Marvel, if I remember right.
Yeah,
That, yeah,
in
Rogue did.
some iterations, she's not the same 90s Jim Lee flying around superpower.
That's the beauty. That's the
Some
beauty of the
iterations.
multiverse.
Yeah,
It's like Rick and
There's
Morty.
different versions.
yeah.
That's true.
And that's what I'm saying. They're going to introduce it right now. Wanda's breaking it. And if they were to take the hexagon, I said bubble, but it's not a bubble, the hex off of Quicksilver, if he was living in that real world and it stopped, he would be very confused. And he'd be like, yo, where are the mutants? Where's Professor X?
That would be
Where's
awesome.
everybody?
That would be
Because
awesome,
he's not in
dude.
his universe. He's not in his right now. He's not. When he showed up at that door, he's in he's in the MCU universe, but he's under a spell. So he's gonna act the same friendly fucking way, or not under a spell, but under the same hex. He's gonna act a friendly way. But if it were to, like, if Vision touched him and it wore off, he wouldn't be like, "Yo, let me call my sister. I haven't seen her in a while." He'd be like, "Where are the mutants? Where are my? Where am I? Where are my?"
I can't feel it. I
Huh?
hate to say it, John. It just doesn't seem like that would. It seems like a great idea. It seems like with Marvel fans, but I feel like they just have, like, I know they're bringing back Deadpool, and maybe that I could see him coming back and then being like, "Oh, where's the mutants?" and he breaking the third wall and stuff like that. But it's just hard because I can't imagine that stuff going through
But
very
that's
well
the thing.
now.
That's how you can do it. You can set up your first X-Men movie by seeing how Quicksilver gets back to his fucking universe.
That would be
And
awesome.
you never have to connect the two. Really? Yeah, you could do a crossover movie every once in a while, kind of like Civil War. Find a way to combine them again. But for the most part, you can keep the Fox universe going the way it's going, and the MCU going is too big. Mutants are too big of an idea to just toss it in. Scarlet Witch gives the writers an out.
Well, they're not like that's the thing. Over the years, with they've killed off the comics, because they lost the property. Marvel kind of started killing off.
Because they didn't want to. They didn't want to further
I feel like they're not gonna
characters. They weren't making money off the movies. They didn't want to help out Fox.
And
so they canceled the Fantastic Four for a little bit.
So I think, in all honesty, the Marvel movie or the Foxverse, I mean, there's just not enough there for them to. I mean, honestly, I think everything's gonna kind of.
You don't get what I'm saying, Steven. We're calling it the Foxverse, but it's not. They can recast as many as they want. But in this Foxverse, I just use quotation marks. It's really just a mutant verse.
Air quotes.
It's really just a mutant verse, is what it is. I'm not saying that he's going to be, where's all the actors that are specific actors? They'll recast a lot. They'll rewrite a lot of stories.
So, hey, where's Hugh Jackman?
He specifically, maybe he's not even from the same X-Men movie, but he specifically is from a universe that has mutants, is what I'm saying. Does that make sense?
So
it does.
But aren't they all together in the comics? Or is it rare to see the X-Men and the Avengers together?
No, they all work together, man. For a long time, Wolverine's been more of an Avenger than an X-Men.
Because I do see what you're saying.
But
it would be hard to introduce that because... one of my favorite descriptions, because I hate DC, I don't know about y'all, but my favorite description comparing them is Marvel is humans trying to be heroes. DC is heroes trying to be humans. And I think that's cool because you got these people that are like, hell yeah, I've been gifted this ability or made this ability, Iron Man, whatever, and I'm just going to be a badass about it.
Yeah.
But X-Men, they're born with it, and they make it. It's like a defect, I think it was originally made to address racism and segregation and stuff. You know what I mean?
And in this Marvel world, it still shows that. And mutants and humans are two different people. Most recently, in the X-Men world, they finally, Charles and Xavier have came together. Charles never believed in separating, but now after...
Wait, Charles and
really
Xavier?
Cool
or Charles and Magneto?
Oh, it's Charles and Magneto, sorry.
Okay, yeah.
They come together and they finally separate the mutants. The mutants, they go on a mutant island, which the island happens to be a mutant. Yeah, and they form their own nation. This mutant that they're living on that's huge, he also can provide these drugs that really help humans. So now it gets into politics, and Charles and Magneto and Apocalypse, they're bending the humans over because they have this drug. You want to add? I believe it's 15 years to your life. I have this drug. But you must recognize us as a sovereign sovereign country.
Nation.
You must give us all of our as a nation. You got to do all that, and you got to pay us high for these drugs. But if you're not going to recognize us, we won't even sell to you. And the drugs, I forget. The drugs, they do 3 different things. They do different things for mutants, and they do different things for humans.
So say you could either add 15 years to your life, you could potentially get powers, or you could have a 12-foot long
here. I got it right here. Hold up. There's one page. I got it. I can look it up if we want to talk about it. But I don't know.
I don't know about y'all. Okay, for example, X-Men. Even when I was little, I wanted to side with the good guys, but I side with the bad guys. It just makes more sense.
A well-written bad guy still is probably more...
Yeah,
the Brotherhood made more sense. The Brotherhood, they had a bad way of going about what they're doing, but they were right. Thanos, he had a bad way of going about what he was doing, but he was right. The Empire in the Star Wars...
Thanos does it for a stupid fucking reason in the comics.
Yeah, why not double the reason? It's
he does it just to impress a bitch. He's horny and he wants to get the attention of a female. So I'll destroy half the world. This female happens to be the entity of death.
That's more
His female
accurate.
is
That's
trying-
more accurate than what it is in the movies. His whole basis of what he's doing is to get some.
Yeah.
Basically,
As a
It's also
strong,
why the first time he almost gets defeated because he was trying to in the comics he snaps and then the heroes come. They never got a forewarning. It snaps, half of everybody's dead. Then the heroes rush in and try to fix it. Okay? And Thanos almost gets beat because he's like, all right, well, I'll take off this glove. I'll fight y'all without this glove to impress death.
He's so
And he almost gets his ass whomped.
but as a strong, mad Titan, it makes more sense for him to want to kill half of the living beings in the universe for pussy, rather than
trying to save
making
those.
sure everybody will have something to eat.
I feel like the movie version is just so much of a better reason. I like the movie version. I just think it's like, okay.
I do. Way better than
he's
the,
a
I
real
just want to
maniac.
impress you, Lady Death.
Yeah, he's a maniac in the fucking movie.
There's some...
That's psychopath. At least in our human minds would consider it psychopathic. He wants to kill half of everybody just because he deems it's fair? No.
Oh wait, no, that's socialism.
Like
we can't do that.
Well, he cuts people in cuts that because hey, everybody's got these resources. Well, let's make it so people don't have to
he's
worry
a
about
hero.
it. He doesn't realize that
He's Bernie Sanders.
Yeah. No, Bernie Sanders would make twice as much stuff. Is what he'd do.
Yeah.
Or he'd find a system. He would snap a system that would better make everything come to people.
Yeah,
I don't think Bernie would.
Kind of like, and I don't know why they were so focused on a snap to activate the gauntlet. It doesn't really work that. I think in the Marvel version.
Something like that. It's gotta be a snap. Can't be a clap because that takes two hands. A snap makes sense. It's gotta be something to show, hey, to the watcher, this is when it happened. Finger guns, yeah. Pew pew.
It's like boom boom. And everybody's dead.
That would
have worked too.
Infinity War left me with the sourest taste in my mouth. Like,
I fucking loved it, dude. I loved it. The bad guys won. Finally.
It was like the Empire Strikes Back.
Win for once.
You know what I mean? It was like the Empire Strikes Back. Like, you're just like, fuck. Like, that's not a good ending, man. But, dude, it's rough, man. Even watching it now, I'm just like, Spider-Man.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not feeling it.
And that's what made Endgame so good. They left us in a certain position, man. They left us down and out, feeling hopeless. That there's no way our Avengers can come back. This, and that. And then Endgame, not only did they fucking start the first 5 minutes confirming that there's no way this is coming back. Like they just they really drug us through the mud before they gave us that so it made it so damn powerful.
Have y'all seen the New Mutants?
Yeah, I hated that.
Ooh.
You hated
it? I like Magic.
Yeah,
Magic's one of my favorite. Those fight scenes with the bear. Ooh, that was sick.
No, the girl that she's in the Queen's Gambit on Netflix. I don't know her name, but she pretty much has the portal gun from Rick and Morty power.
Yep. Well, do you know what her mutant power is? She is more magically adept. She inclined. She can control magic like Doctor Strange, but Doctor Strange worked for it, and he knew the right people, and he got the right training. Magic, she's inclined to it. Like she can just do it. In some parts of the comics, she's his apprentice, the one right under him. So that's kind of cool. That's what she's doing. She's jumping universes and bringing people from places and shit.
She uses her powers to save the mutants, like the last mutants in her life. Like she uses her powers to keep them from dying from.
She's a very important transporter in most X-Men comics. That's her role. She gets people in and out.
Like the cabbie. Yeah, like she's the Uber of the Marvel League.
Yeah.
I mean, not a glamorous job, and people do throw up in your back seat. But
Yeah, she's always been one of my favorite. She's Colossus's sister, if you didn't know. The
Like,
big metal guy from Deadpool?
yeah.
Yeah, that's his sister.
yeah,
You know what I just
Yeah.
realized the other day? Cara Dune from The Mandalorian was the matchstick girl from Deadpool.
I knew that, but I didn't quite know that.
Yeah, she was also
I
an
didn't know
MMA
that.
fighter back in the day. Like,
Yeah. I've seen memes about her connecting all three. Something, I don't
that's
know.
her. Like just like
Alculite's
oh man,
she's in Marvel, she's in Mandalorian, she's in... I'm like, when was she in Marvel? I don't remember that.
yeah,
I
yeah,
think she could win in like MMA though. She looks like a beast. Like
Yeah.
she could just like
that's a really
win
good Disney
them all.
princess.
yeah.
Yeah. It's not your
She's
stereotypical
a
one, but
beautiful-
it's an important role model.
Yeah, she's got really big brains.
Yeah, sure. On that one.
Biceps.
Oh, that's what matters. You don't need brains when you have biceps. No, I was gonna. Man, I lost my train of thought now.
I don't know, but
Dude,
yeah.
Deadpool 2 made me cry.
I didn't like Deadpool 2. I like Deadpool
Why?
1, but I didn't like Deadpool 2. I just was so
Deadpool
in that
good.
Colossus Juggernaut fight. And the whole thing, I was just
That
such a big
wasn't even a
Colossus
fight.
fan.
He just
I did
got
not-
ripped
It wasn't
in
even a
half.
fight. It was lame, and I was like, man, it's just
Domino was cool, also.
yeah, she's a real cool mutant. She's a badass.
And
It's really cool to see
the
her.
Easter egg where he's talking about, oh, the studio doesn't have enough for the X-Men to be here. And then you see behind Deadpool all the X-Men characters closing a door and saying, shh. Like, that was
Yeah.
awesome, dude.
Yeah, it was. I liked it, but I wasn't. It's not my favorite Marvel franchise. It's not my favorite Marvel story. That's all I'm getting.
The
I
only
like
reason
Deadpool
I like
a
it so
lot.
much is Ryan
I didn't think
Reynolds
that.
is like
yeah.
a younger Harrison Ford to me. I have a man crush on him. He's hilarious. He's perfect
Yeah.
for the character.
See, I usually try to
Absolutely.
keep my crushes.
And
to
maybe
women.
one thing is I did go in ready
Wait,
to
what did you
compare
say?
it
Hang
to
on.
Deadpool 1.
What did you say?
I like to keep my crushes towards women. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, I'm married, so it's
Yeah.
bad for me to say anything about other
I
women,
have
but I'll
guy
talk about
crushes.
dudes.
I got guy crushes too. It happens.
Hey,
Oh, I can't say it. Yeah.
if you don't have
I've been the
a
same way.
man crush on Harrison Ford, there's something wrong with you, dude. That dude, like,
I was
the
gonna say,
most
it might be something
iconic,
wrong with me.
Cena.
the most iconic player line, his girl says, "I love you," and just, I know I'm about to get frozen in cement. Like, come on, dude.
That's an actual
Yeah, that's
thing.
cool.
You didn't know he was
That's
gonna get
cool.
revived. You
I'm
didn't
a
know he was gonna
Shia
get revived.
LaBeouf fan. I'm a huge Shia
Oh, that's-
LaBeouf fan. That's
He's a
that's one
Have
of
you
my
seen The
I don't-
Tax Collector?
Yeah.
Is
I
it
saw it
good?
in theaters.
See, I heard that he
It's all right.
actually got those
It's hard to
tattoos.
fucking watch. That's what I heard too. I don't believe it. I don't know. I've seen video of him smoking in the truck. He didn't have no tattoos, and that was right after he put that shit out to fucking
He's
to
got enough money
promote
to
the
afford
tax
some tattoos.
collector. Yeah, I don't think
Well,
he got
he's
them
got
tattoos,
money.
though.
He can get tattoos pretty. It only costs like what, $15 on Happy Hour. He gets those
Yeah.
real quick. He's
But
got at
did he want
least
to?
$100 in his bank account. Like at least 100. That's
So,
Yeah.
just curious, because we've been at this for a while, and I've got to do some shit and get ready for bed because I got to be up at 5 in the morning for work tomorrow. But
Okay.
on the topic of Shia LaBeouf, if he were to be in the MCU, Fox or Marvel, whatever, who would you cast him as?
and
Oh, I heard
like,
Moon Knight. Yeah, I was very happy with that. That's awesome. Moon Knight's a schizophrenic motherfucker. It would be good.
Wait,
He
no.
could-
They have somebody. I thought were going to have Keanu Reeves be him.
I would
rather
like
see
that either way.
Shia. Yeah, I would prefer Shia, but Keanu Reeves obviously going to kill it. But man, they can give Keanu Reeves something a little bit more his style. Oh, here's
Yeah,
what
like
I thought for
someone that
Keanu
has a
Reeves.
dog.
Phantom X. They said they were going to introduce him early.
Did they already introduce him in Deadpool 2? Like,
Oh, I don't know. I don't remember Deadpool 2. There's
yeah,
any
like in the
dissolu-
plane, they introduced a bunch of the X-Force, and then they all just
Okay.
you know
Yeah. Well,
started
Phantom X-
dying randomly.
yeah.
Random, like
I need to go back and watch it. Maybe that was too harsh. I don't remember that. I might need to go watch it. But I think
Well,
he'd be
you
a good
also
Phantom
sleep
Menace.
through 90% of movies.
He's an assassin. I do sleep through 90% of all movies. I fall asleep immediately and have to watch movies 4 or 5 times before I see it all. But I think he would make a good assassin. I mean, that's what Phantom X is. He's an assassin. Who else would Keanu Reeves do good?
No, Keanu Reeves should be Moon Knight because Moon Knight. Wait, am I thinking of the same character?
I love my boy Shia LaBeouf for that one. I still feel like he would be such a good Moon Knight.
Isn't he kind of like Deadpool?
Moon Knight?
He's
No.
kind of crazy.
Yeah, he's kind of crazy.
See, because
He kind of gets his powers from.
but he doesn't cuss or anything like that.
No, he doesn't cuss. He's not witty or any. He's not, or he doesn't
He's not
make.
witty.
Yeah, he's not joke filled.
What about a new
Or
not
what's his
vulgar.
name?
What's the word I'm looking for? Crude. He's not like that.
What is he? Off the cusp.
How about a
So
new
another
Wolverine?
Oh, I don't know.
They
Who,
need
I
to-
don't. It'd be hard. It's just gonna be hard to recast that. But I think they have to go no name that
Fran
can pull it
Drescher.
off.
Someone
Yeah,
that will wear
yeah.
the yellow and blue.
Yeah, we want to see the yellow and blue.
Dude, I
What?
saw a post. It was probably back in 2019. Someone said that the
Or
dude,
yellow and brown. I would take yellow brown.
that's orange.
Oh,
brown.
yellow brown's great.
You're talking about Uncanny.
Yeah, or even House of X.
I like the yellow and blue better, man. Because I
Yeah,
remember
I
being
love the yellow and blue, but I think the yellow and black, the 80s look, Claremont look. I mean, I don't know, man. I like it. I like it a lot.
someone on Facebook back in 2019 that I saw said that. Do y'all seen Sons of Anarchy?
Yeah.
No, man, I never watched that
The
one.
dude
to
who
be
plays
honest.
Jax Teller as Wolverine.
Oh, he would fucking kill it. Oh, fuck
That's what
yeah.
I'm saying.
I'd watch
It
that.
would be cool, dude.
I'd watch that 'cause he's a badass, yeah. 'Cause I've seen some episodes, I just didn't follow it. But yeah, now I know who you're talking
Wait,
about.
so you
You know,
never
I think,
witnessed? You
uh,
never saw
we
Opie
need
die?
someone young. We need someone young that's ready to fucking put in 15
I don't know.
years.
Yeah.
You never saw
But
Opie die?
And
Magic.
this is who I'm going to suggest. Is honestly, have you guys seen Pawn Stars? So I'm going to suggest
Oh.
Chumley from Pawn Stars.
Who?
Honest to God, he's got this. Chumley from Pawn Stars. He's
Is
got
that a
this.
fat guy, Steven?
Yeah, I can
First
see that,
off-
dude.
Wolverine's a little hefty, isn't he?
Yeah.
The hefty boy. You're not Chumley's hefty, but that's what digital. You can Photoshop him.
Who y'all think? I don't know. Who y'all think? I heard one thing about Mr. Fantastic. What's the guy Jim from The Office?
John
I would watch.
Krasinski.
Yeah, no, that's. Yeah, he's the one I want. For he would play D.
Yeah, that would be
Dude.
good. Yeah.
What was that movie he did? It was like right before the quarantine.
Quiet Place.
Yes.
Quiet Place.
He helped
that was
write
a good
that?
movie.
Produce it. I want to say he might have helped direct it, but I'm probably wrong on that part.
It's
but-
his baby. It was his baby. And
Yeah, it
honestly,
was.
like if you didn't watch it in the not the movie theaters, you didn't get to. You should have.
Did
Steven,
y'all
you're
see?
cutting out again.
Did y'all see the newer Fantastic Four?
Yeah, it was hard to watch.
Yeah.
I
Look,
couldn't
I
watch
thought
it.
it was
I wanted
cool
to.
the way that they introduced them instead of just like, okay, y'all went into space, got powers, and here we are. It showed them having to learn their powers and adapt.
Yeah, I did.
You know what I mean?
I did like that, but it was just just a terrible movie, man.
Dude, the only reason
Dialogue
I
was
didn't
weak.
like it was the ending because at the very end he's like, we need a team name, like something fantastic, and they're like Fantastic Four. Credits roll. I was pissed.
It'd be better if, like something four, and he could be like, "Oh, hey, what rhymes with four?" And it's like fantastic. Oh, okay, but it doesn't,
Wait,
and that's
what?
kind of the funny joke. But what I'm saying is, they're not going to beat
that would have
Chris.
worked.
They're not going to beat Chris Evans as the
Human
the
Torch?
Like you can't. Yeah,
No,
he's got
they
to
can
be
find a better actor.
No, they got to have him in there. He's got to be in there.
What I'm just saying is to get these powers to these superheroes and have them overcome Doctor Doom all in one movie is taking away from what that's not what Marvel does. It's not. They wouldn't stacked the bill on one movie that much. I don't believe. And the storytelling showed, and that's why I didn't like the Fantastic Four. Is because it's just too much in one story. Let alone, I really feel like whoever wrote that script needed to be fucking reprimanded or fired because it's just so unnatural, so hard to watch, so I don't know.
Look, people
not
here,
entertaining. Not
people
entertaining
here
is a good
in
way.
this Marvel group I'm in, I'll have to invite y'all and tag y'all in this post. But for Fantastic Four, they're saying John Krasinski, Jim, Emily Blunt as Sue.
Who's Emily Blunt?
I don't know.
She's she's on Easy A. You remember Easy A?
What? Oh, that's the one
No,
with
that's not.
what's her name?
That's not Emily
That's
Blunt.
the girl from
What's her name?
Zombieland. She played Gwen Stacy.
The redhead. Yeah, she did play Gwen Stacy. The
She was
redhead.
on Zombieland. Emma Thompson.
That's Emma Thompson.
That's Emma Stone.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
Emma Stone.
Yeah, and she was
isn't
on
Emma
Easy
Stone
A.
Hermione? What the fuck's who's Hermione? Isn't that Emma
I
Stone?
think that's no. You're thinking of Lindsay Lohan.
No, Lindsay Lohan was on Mean Girls. Lindsay Lohan was.
But
Well,
anyway,
yeah, Mean Girls.
Hermione.
so
She
they're
was also
saying,
on This Is the End. What the fuck is her
No,
name? She's
no.
only-
Zoe Deschanel. That's what you're looking for.
No, that's way off.
I
That's
can
way
see
off.
that.
Is that right?
No, fuck it. Bring back who was the first one? I can't.
New
Jessica
Girl.
Biel.
New Girl's what we're talking about.
Jessica Alba.
Jessica
Jessica
that's
Alba
it. Bring her
was
back.
nice.
Fuck it.
Was more.
Anyway,
Yeah.
She was
So-
in the best Daredevil.
Zachary
Representation.
Montgomery as Johnny Storm. He looks familiar. I don't know who he is. Sam Worthington as Ben Grimm.
Who's Sam Worthington? That
He
sounds
looks really
Is he the guy-
familiar.
Is he the guy from Supernatural?
No, I think that dude's name is actually Sam.
It's Jason Ackles.
Oh yeah, that's it. That's some guy from
But
Supernatural.
what I'm interested in, okay, not this one. Nikolai Coster-Waldau as Doctor Doom. I don't know who that is. But they're saying Michael Fassbender as Silver Surfer, which that's the dude who played young Magneto.
Okay, yeah, Magneto, yeah.
That would be
I
cool.
love him.
But they're saying Gerard
Yeah.
Butler as Galactus.
Oh
There's-
yeah.
I mean, hey man, when they said Bradley Cooper as Rocket Raccoon and Vin Diesel as Groot, I had a hard time
super for
imagining
that.
it.
That's my nickname
for
at
that
work,
shit.
Groot.
I definitely feel like Michael Fassbender would do an awesome job as Silver Surfer.
Dude, he's
and
an amazing actor, but they need to keep him as Magneto.
He said
Well,
Gerard Butler for
Gerard Butler, 300. I can't think of anything else he's
He's
been in.
also
He's
from.
also in The Boys. Ain't he in The Boys?
No,
No,
that's
he's not
the
the
dude-
Boys.
that- oh,
Butcher.
someone said he should be the dude from The Boys, not the hero, the detective dude. He should be Wolverine. Seeing the way he
Well,
acted
no,
in The
he's already
Boys.
in the. He's already the Billy, the guy Billy from the Boys. He's already in the
The
Marvel
Butcher?
Cinematic.
The Butcher.
Yeah, Butcher is already in there as he's already was in Thor 3. He's already in the Thor
Oh, yeah, he
universe.
is.
Oh, he's yeah, you're right. He is already. He's the bald dude, the guy with the guns that
Yeah.
betrays Thor
Yeah.
and sides with Hela.
No, yeah,
You're right.
yeah. Him and Hela are like assistants, and they're both also in the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
Yep.
But
Oh,
look,
What's his
look,
name,
I'm
man?
gonna send one more
It's
picture
not
to the
Gerard
chat.
Butler.
no,
I'll
it's
check
William
it out.
Shatner.
Carl Urban. Carl
I
Urban.
I fucking knew
He
that.
said William Shatner.
Is that not right?
That
not-
makes me feel like you're a Trekkie, and I don't like that. But look
What?
at this picture.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can see it,
I
dude. That would be cool. Especially, I
Yeah.
didn't finish The Boys, man. Like, it was really good, but
Dude, The Boys is
It
my
gets
favorite
better.
show until WandaVision.
Yeah.
My favorite
I
show
would
of all
say-
time was The Boys until WandaVision came out. And it's crazy. They're both so new. And they're,
Oh.
I would never thought I would have found a show
different,
as
too.
good as The Boys. And then WandaVision came out. I was like, holy shit.
yeah.
Well, see, for me, it's got to be The Nanny, The Boys, and then WandaVision. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love me some Fran Drescher. But honestly, like, The Boys beat one. The Boys, the second season of The Boys, so good. Like, oh my
Yeah.
God, the last, like, few episodes,
Yeah.
I remember like
we were jumping
kissing
up and down
myself.
and yelling.
Look.
Yeah, I mean, it was wild.
I hate to do this, but I'm gonna have to cut this off because it's already 9
Yeah.
o'clock and I can hear my wife yelling at us. So, seeing as how this went so
Nice.
well, hopefully we can meet back again next Sunday because
Yeah.
we could definitely
Okay.
make a thing out of this for real, for real.
Yeah, sounds good
Yep.
to me.
Sounds
I'm
good
sorry
to
to
me.
cut everybody off,
Yeah.
but thanks for listening to the first episode of whatever comes to mind. I don't know when this is gonna come out. I have a theme
Yeah.
song
Yeah.
and fucking
We're loving celebrities. The Prius Boys, I believe, is.
Yeah.
You can join us on that.
Prius Brothers.
We're known as-
Prius Brothers. Hashtag Prius
Prius
Brothers on Instagram. You can find us.
We have stuffed animals.
Yeah.
Not quite, but no, I'd love to
We
do this
both
again
have
for sure.
Priuses, and we're brothers, is where that joke originates.
Okay, well, I might
Oh,
not
it's
be
a
able to do
joke?
it, but y'all should make a group chat so we can all get together, or I'll send y'all my number because I like texting better than Messenger, whatever.
Yeah, that's perfect, man. I meant to hit you up on text the other day. I just forgot.
Yeah, it's all good. You, like you told me, you do a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I was always so busy.
Yeah.
But that's not what you said. I didn't want to actually call you
Oh, what did I
out,
say?
but
Oh, yeah. No, you're absolutely right. That's also another reason, but I appreciate that subtlety.
well, yeah, because I'm also an unmotivated.
Erectile dysfunction is what you're. Is the
Yeah,
word you're
yeah.
looking for.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
that's exactly
don't
what it
spill the
is.
beans.
Yeah, we
don't
were,
spill
we
the
were
beans
totally
like
talking
that.
about boners.
Yeah.
Anyways, y'all have
He'll
a
get
good
there one
night.
day.
All right, man. Well, thanks for the chat.
Yeah.
Good night, buddy.
All right.
Take
later,
care.
y'all.
All right.
I'm gonna disconnect too.
All right,
Well,
later.
Maybe I'm gonna. Later. There's my little